Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So let's get on to our today's movie summary. On Valentine's Day, Joel Barisha wakes alone and confused. He dresses for work, and waits on the platform. He runs to the opposite platform, and boards a different train bound for Montauk, as suddenly he felt something coming over him. His voiceover informs that he rarely acts impulsively. He picks up his journal, which has a number of pages that have been ripped out, and sits down on the snowy cold beach, in Montauk. It has been 2 years since he wrote in it. Joel wonders why he can't meet women when he sees a blue-haired woman wearing an orange sweatshirt while walking along the beach. Finally, the woman says hello, as both are on the same train. Joel has a conversation with Clementine, who is erratic and has a strong opinion. Joel feels uneasy as she encroaches on his personal space. However, when she invites him to her apartment, he goes, because he likes something about her. He goes on a nighttime trip with her, to walk on the frozen Charles River, the following day. Between them, something is developing. It cuts to Joel crying in his car. It is unclear when and how this occurred. A white van follows frustrated Joel, as he drives back to his apartment through the wet streets. Patrick and Stan, two men, unload the white van, and bring a collection of strange equipment into Joel's apartment, while he is asleep. Joel can recall telling Rob and Carrie about his attempt to reconcile with Clementine. Clementine was with a new guy when he went to see her, so she pretended not to know who Joel was. Rob and Carrie reluctantly shows Joel a card they received from Lacuna Incorporated that Clementine has had Joel removed from her memory. Joel enters Dr. Mirtswayak's Lacuna office in a rage and demands to have the procedure himself. Dr. Mirtswayak asks Joel to bring in all the items that remind him of Clementine, which he and Stan uses to create a map of Clementine in Joel's mind. We now know that Stan and Patrick are in Joel's apartment to make him forget about her. They begin by erasing the most recent memories, which shows how bitter they are about their breakup. Joel, despite being asleep, is awake enough to hear Patrick tell Stan that he has been using Joel's possessions to seduce Clementine. When Joel went to see Clementine earlier, he found that she was kissing Patrick. Mary Svevo, Dr. Mirtswayak's receptionist, visits Stan while the memory erasure is taking place. They get high and drunk, while Patrick makes the decision to visit Clementine. Patrick sees Clementine upset and disturbed. She insists that they immediately go to Charles River, and Patrick presents her with a present, the present Joel purchased for her, but gave Lacuna when he decided to erase Clementine. On the other hand, Joel's most recent negative memories of her are gone, and witnessing happy, tender moments with Clementine disappear from his mind. He begs Mirtswayak to let him keep his memories, after realizing he no longer wants to lose them, and Stan and Mary are unable to hear him. Joel takes Clementine's hand, as they attempt to outrun the procedure. Clementine suggests that he hide her in memories, where she didn't previously exist, so Joel takes her into his childhood memories. He tries to hide his most humiliating moments, by leading her deeper and deeper into his consciousness, but it doesn't work. Stan notices that the machines have stopped erasing Joel's memory, while Stan and Mary are having sex, and cavorting around Joel's apartment. He dials Dr. Mirtswayak out of panic. When the doctor arrives, Mary immediately falls in love with him, but he immediately gets to work, pursuing Joel, and eradicating the memories he is attempting to hide. Mary gives Dr. Mirtswayak a kiss, when Stan goes for a walk. At that point, Mrs. Mirtswayak drives up and sees it. Dr. Mirtswayak tries to explain it to his wife, as Mary says that she was the instigator. Mary, on the other hand, learns from Mrs. Mirtswayak that she and Doctor have already had an affair. Mary is shocked when Dr. Mirtswayak reveals that they did have an affair, and she begged him to perform the procedure, so she could move on. Joel, who is still unconscious, is recalling his first encounter with Clementine. At this point, Clementine wanted him to break into the house with her, when they met at a Montauk Beach party. Joel abandoned her when this actually took place, because he was afraid. Clementine begs him to stay this time, because she knows it will be their last memory together. Clementine whispers, "Meet me in Montauk," as the memory fades. Meanwhile, Mary breaks into Lacuna's office and hears herself on tape, requesting that Dr. Mirtswayak be removed from her memory. While Dr. Mirtswayak finishes the procedure, and leaves with Stan from Joel's apartment. It cuts to the initial scene, where Joel wakes up. It is now understood that Joel and Clementine have already had a failed love affair, and are meeting for the second time in Montauk, without being aware of it. Mary quits her job, and steals the Lacuna office's tapes and files. When Joel and Clementine return from the Charles River for the second time, after meeting on the train from Montauk, Joel stops at her house so she can pick up her toothbrush. She also grabs her mail, and finds Mary's scent tapes and files. When she inserts the tape into Joel's car's tape player, they both hear Clementine insult Joel, and explain why she wants to end their relationship. She is kicked out of Joel's car, because he thinks it's a joke. Clementine later visits Joel's apartment, and discovers that he is listening to his own tape. Clementine eventually leaves. As things get awkward between them, Joel chases her this time, and asks her to stay. They don't know what to do, because they like each other now, but know how their relationship will end. It ends with a surreal-looking scene in which Joel and Clementine play on a Montauk beach covered in snow.